Genshin Impact has a ton of recognizable characters with amazing outfits and details, but what exactly is going on with some of them, and how do they even work when you think about the practicality behind them? For example, there's Ganyu. Being half human and half adepti, you would expect a soft and elegant design, but instead you get this? Cowbell? Is she supposed to be goat or cow or something? I get accessorizing your outfits, but surely walking around with a cowbell strapped around your neck all day can't be good for you. And that's not even mentioning the annoyance that this must create for others within the office, having to hear that bell ringing all the time. Oh ring ring, here comes Ganyu again. But at least Ganyu's bell doesn't seem to limit her mobility, unlike Scaramouche's outfit. Whether you prefer his older Fatui design or his newer Wanderer design, one thing remains the same in both of them: his comically large hat. I'm sorry, but how are you supposed to move around with that thing stuck on your head? Did the Fatui just have T-shaped doors in order to allow him to get through them? And what about elevators? Does he have to take those alone too? Not to mention, for an organization that's supposed to be working from the shadows, he won't exactly be able to do any lookout missions with that hat on. He'll just be peeking out from behind the corners, exposing his location. But at least Scara's design had some kind of link to it, unlike the other playable Fatui member, Child. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing exactly wrong with this outfit, but also, there's just nothing to write home about either. It's just a grey shirt and pants, and that's it. Like, we have all of these amazing Fatui designs that just exude fierce and intimidating energy, and then you just have Child in his grey two-piece outfit. It even seems to be a size too small for him, since he's showing off some stomach and can't close it properly. Please, Child, you can do better than this. Speaking of dressing for the job, let's talk about Yanfei. Now, I love Yanfei's personality, and her outfit is great too. However, things start to kind of fall apart when you realize this is supposed to be a lawyer that you're looking at. You might simply say, oh well, Teyvat has its own laws, but imagine having a lawsuit. Everyone is waiting for the trial to start. The air is just serious and tense, and people are sitting there in their suits and ties, and then in comes Yanfei in her two-piece swimsuit with a boob window. I'm no expert, but I don't think that's exactly appropriate for the job. But Yanfei isn't the only character with a problem like this. Just take a look at Hu Tao. I love Hu Tao's outfit. It fits her personality, and it's so iconic, but that doesn't change the fact that they gave the funeral parlor's director booty shorts. Like, come on, Mihoyo, give these characters some dang pants for once. And it's not even just the girls either. Even Xingqiu is guilty. Being from a royal family, you would expect elegance and prestige, and looking at him from the top, you would see this kind of vibe. But going down further, he just has shorts too. Do pants just not exist in Teyvat? Is it illegal to wear pants? Then there's Mona, everyone's favorite broke astrologist. Since she spends most of her money on astrology books, I guess that also explains the way she dresses. Mona's design is very eye-catching, and it definitely gives off the astrology vibes that they were going for. However, if you take a closer look, you start to see just how confusing it actually is. Like, what is this? A one-piece bathing suit with some tights and a wizard hat on top. Not only am I concerned at how she'll ever manage to get to the toilet in a timely manner with this outfit on, but also did we not learn anything from Scaramouche's design? Big hats aren't practical at all. Back in Inazuma at Watasumi Island, we of course have everyone's favorite dog boy Goro. Leaving aside the abnormal amount of small details in this design, we have to appreciate the fact that Goro is somehow still alive. Constantly being on the front lines with his soldiers, you would expect for him to be well equipped for battle with suitable armor, but despite wanting to protect his shoulders and crotch, he seems to have no care in the world for his tummy being on full display. What is he going to do in a spear fight? Will he just weave around the attacks? If you want my advice, Goro, just get some stomach plating, please. And Kokomi isn't much better. You're telling me that the glorious leader of the resistance is going into battle in a glorified mermaid costume?
Wait! You look kinda like a mermaid! Are there fish in your family?
I mean, I respect the dedication to the craft, but come on girl, you should at least have some armor. Even Goro has more than this. Not to mention the gloves. How on earth are those staying on? You're really going into battle with silk gloves that with a gust of wind are just gonna blow off. Surely the army can do better for their literal leader. As for Toma, I love the jacket, but I have just one question for him.